Good morning, everybody. Day 88. Steve McLaughlin just dropped me back off at trail. Thank you for everything, Steve. I do appreciate you for sure. Yeah, that was huge. Getting me out of that stinky situation I was in yesterday and getting cleaned up. I feel a lot better. I don't feel so greasy, you know what I mean? It was pretty bad. But other than that, we're going to climb up over this ridge, and that will actually be the road that takes you into Kent. I don't think I'm going to go into Kent. There's really nothing there for me anymore now that I've got snacks and everything. I'm good to go. And what else? I don't really know. They're talking chance of rain the next 3 days. Just like scattered, so it might actually feel good. And today the temperature is going to be like 77. And then 70s the rest of the week. So the temperature is cooling down. And I'm welcoming it. Anyways, I think that's all I got for you this morning. I hope you guys have a great, great day. And I'll touch back with the cool stuff. And the views. You know. Just like I do, baby. Let's go enjoy this walk in Connecticut today. All right. Made it up on that ridge. The view spot I just showed. The cloud abyss. That's usually a pretty good view. But I knew driving towards this trailhead today, looking up at the mountains, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to get the first couple of views. It's just in a cloud. All right. So this siren has been moved. It wasn't here before. It was somewhere else. It wasn't on this tree, I guarantee you that. That's right. This morning we tucked back into New York, but we are finally officially done with New York. And now we can start focusing on Connecticut and the New England states, baby. So, New York, check. There we go. Got some views off this ridge. So pretty. Man, I've been trying to avoid putting on the bug spray, but the mosquitoes are pretty relentless today, so I think I might have to put some on. I guess that's why I got it, huh? All right, Mount Algo shelter turn off. Mount Algo shelter. The shelter is actually, you can see the roof right there. Let me zoom in. There it is. And a lot of people stay here and then they wake up in the morning and drop into Kent for breakfast. It lines you up really good for breakfast. You're like just a hop, skip, and a jump away. All right, this is Connecticut 341. If you take a right here on this road, you can walk right into Kent. They don't have much for hikers, but they do have restaurants. They got a grocery store there. They got everything you need. And look, it's only 0.8 super flat road walk. And from here, it looks like we got a reroute. Trail closed through here. Usually you go over this style here, but now guess we're taking the road. I can't believe they put trail on this road. It's like no shoulder. It's pretty wild. I couldn't help myself. That's terrible. The trail comes so close to town. Now I'm just like, you know what? I wasn't gonna go into Kent, but I could go get some lunch. That's exactly what I did. I don't think these guys are gonna let me go. Yeah, there he is. So yeah, made it to Kent, ate lunch, and now I'm heading back to trail. You know, I kind of like that reroute coming out of Kent now. It's different. I think that's why I like it. And it's like a pretty straight up climb. It's like, oh yeah, good little climb. And it gets you closer to Kent too, I guess. I mean, as much as I don't like that road walk, there's no shoulder. It does get you closer to town before you bust back in the woods. So it makes going into Kent seem like a no-brainer. I mean, by the time you get to where the AT turns back on the trail, you're like less than a half mile away from town. So it's like, all right, let's just go there. I mean, it's a good little town. There's nothing for hikers to stay or clean up or nothing like that unless you want to pay a crazy amount of hotel fees. But I always go to Kent, so that must say something. I like the food there. And the people are pretty nice. This is always a really good view spot. Look down into Kent. Well, you can't see Kent right now, but that is Kent. We were just there for lunch. I actually had breakfast for lunch again. That's what I did yesterday too, when Steve McLaughlin took me out. It's crazy. Been craving breakfast food for some reason. Alrighty, we have got Caleb's Peak. Boom. That's a pretty good view. You check it out. Yeah, Caleb's Peak. Beautiful. St. John's Ledges. Views are just piling up. Last mile. Caleb's Peak, St. John's Ledges. And then from here, we're gonna drop straight down. We actually walked by a place where rock climbers climb. Ooh, too tricky. All right, let me zoom you in. Look at that. St. John's Ledges. I remember my first hike when I didn't really want to do any of these little, like I looked down here at my first hike. I'm like, man, I gotta go all the way down there and all the way back up. But now I'm like, yeah, it's no big deal. It's just another up and another down. But my first hike, I didn't want to do any extra. The trail was enough for me back then. But now I'm like, well, we're right here. What's another couple steps? That's pointing straight forward. I know the camera never does it justice, but this here is straight down. And that is straight up. Pretty impressive staircase though they got going up this thing. Oh, you just got to be careful. Some of these steps are kind of big for my little legs. How impressive though, huh? Yeah. We go down quite a bit and then we'll get to that little rock wall I was talking about where rock climbers climb. Usually I go down this faster, but I'm trying to save my knees a little bit from pain. And there's no rush. I got plenty of time to do whatever I need to do today. It's a good thing I got time. Ooh. This downhill's a little longer than I thought it was. Right after this right after this downhill, it's not easy. Then we got a super easy road walk, like an old, actually it's not old, I think it's just a dirt road. I don't really know, but it's nice and chill after this. So you beat your legs up a little bit, and look at this. That's what we just came down. Yeah. It's so funny. I forgot what I was even talking about. Probably a good thing. Stop rambling. Here's that rock wall I was talking about. There's like a boulder up it, I guess. I've seen people here with ropes on them and climbing up there. I was like, man, that'd be kind of neat to try. Oh. We're almost down this bad boy. It's a super steep downhill. But I've said that already, haven't I? Guess I'm just trying to make sure you understand. Boop. That's where we came from. Look, even says south. Oh, there's a bunch of cars down here. And we just stay on this road for a little while, and then we're gonna walk by the Housatonic River for miles. AT sticker, boom. All right, we made it off that road, and the Housatonic River is like right there next to us. We're gonna walk next to it for a few miles. Looks really brown. Probably all that rain. Well, I guess it don't look that brown. The Housatonic. North. This way. And the Steuart Hollow shelter is back in there. I don't need to go there, so there's no reason for me to go back in there. That's the old AT. I don't know why they took you. They just take you up a little bit and back down to the same trail. Well, whatever. Still walking beside the river here. Clouds look really cool today. They look better on camera, actually. I always like seeing this old silo. I'm gonna zoom you in. Stuff's growing up around it even more. Yeah, it used to stick right out, but now some overgrowth is taking it over. Hilarious. I've never seen this before. Duck. All right. Here's where we cut back in. You can pause this if you want to read it. That tells you why they took all the handles off those pumps I was showing. Those water pumps. It wasn't safe, I guess. Last water before Silver Hill campsite, so I guess you got to get it here because the pump's off. I don't really know if there's water up there at that campsite. It's a nice campsite though. There's like a pavilion, a swing. Yeah, it's super nice. There used to be a view right here. This is the Silver Hill campsite area. Still got the swing though. It's always good. 3 picnic tables, a pavilion. There's a privy back here. I mean, there's a lot of ticks in here, I'm sure. But there's a few good hammock trees too, especially over there. Yeah. I camped back here before. It's really peaceful. There was a good view at the top of this climb after you leave that river walk. You climb up. We already passed the view spot because it's all grown up. I was like, strange. Now we're on our way down to Connecticut Route 4. So this is Connecticut Route 4. Road noise. AT goes right here by the sign, right past this little guardrail, and cuts in that way. But if you go this way, like point 3, there's actually a gas station, like an Exxon gas station, and they got sandwiches in there. Jeez, road noise. They got sandwiches in there, like they're pre-made, like in the triangle plastic cases. They got coffee and sodas, and it's just like 0.3. And then where I stayed last night, the Hitching Post Hotel, is like 0.5 or something down the road. So Cornwall Bridge, the town, is just right up here. If you hit this road and go right, You'll hit the gas station, the town, the hitching post hotel, all that stuff. And believe it or not, I know most of you guys probably won't believe it. Road noise. I'm actually meeting an HST member at this gas station who's gonna take me out to dinner. So, surprise, surprise, surprise. Oh, I tell you what, it's a logistical nightmare doing what I do out here, but I pull it together pretty good. I can line up meeting about anybody. It's tricky though, I'm not gonna lie. It's too easy. End of the day recap, everybody. Day 88. We left the Bulls Bridge area right after that little road walk where we cut back in the woods. And we're now sitting at Connecticut Route 4. Makes it an 18.8 mile day. And I was not planning on being back at the hitching post tonight, that's for sure. But when I got down to the gas station there, I met John Crane. And he actually took me back into Kent. So I had breakfast in Kent, or lunch in Kent, and then dinner in Kent. We went out to this pizza place. There's really good food in there. I forget the name of it now. But it was really good. It was right behind the pharmacy, the old train depot. Delicious food. Anyways, John Crane bought my dinner there, and then he paid for my room at the Hitching Post Motel. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it. And the conversation we had tonight was really good. Sometimes when somebody new reaches out, you're kind of like wondering how it's going to go. But yeah, tonight was really good. I had a really good conversation with John, and I appreciate everything he did for me. Thank you, John. And yeah, that's a wrap. I think what we're going to do is we're going to head out here in the morning. I'm not getting a shuttle back trail. It's literally like right up this road, this trail. So it's like 0.5 or 0.8 to get back to the trail. So I'm just going to walk back to the trail in the morning. Not a big deal. And yeah, we'll keep pushing north. But that's a wrap on the day. Another huge shout out to Steve McLaughlin for coming to pick me up from here last night and take me to trail. And then John Crane for meeting me at the gas station. We were just going to go out to dinner, but then he ended up paying for dinner and buying me this hotel room. So I'm always humbled by HST. It's pretty wild how everybody's like rallied together to help me out on this hike. It's humbling, put it that way. Day 88, 18.8 miles, and I hope you guys had a great day. And I'll touch back with you guys in the morning.